If you feel like you're a slave to your depression, well, stick around because I need that watch time.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
If you're someone who's depressed, you're not alone. A lot of people suffer from depression, especially men. Men account for 75% of suicides. So if that doesn't tell you that you're not alone, then I don't know what does. If you truly want to overcome your depression, you've got to take a look at your situation right now. You've got to ask yourself, is this the ideal situation I want to live for potentially a year from now, 5 years from now, the rest of your life? If the life you see before you in the future is not a life you want to live, you've got to take action and you've got to decide that this is not the life you want to live. You've also got to ask yourself, why am I allowing my feelings, my depression to really control my life? Why am I allowing these thoughts, these emotions to dictate how I live my life? Why am I allowing my depression to be my boss? Surely I'm the boss of my own life. Surely I'm the one who controls what goes on. And therefore, surely it's up to me to truly make those changes. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but what's the alternative? Put in the hard work now and slowly improve as time goes on, and a year from now things will be significantly better, or stay in the same pit of despair that you've been in for a long time now. What is the alternative? The easy route, which doesn't really get any better, or the hard route, which gets a lot better? That's what you've got to decide for yourself. And it starts with discipline. It starts with getting up in the morning. Even if you've got to set an alarm and it's your day off work, set your alarm for 6 a.m. Don't stay in bed scrolling on your phone or sleeping in till the early afternoon, because nothing's going to get done. This makes a man lazy. You are wasting so many hours of your day by doing nothing, just procrastinating, not achieving anything. And this is adding to your depression, whether you realise it or not. If you're just sat in bed 6 hours a day when you really don't need to be doing that, what do you expect to change? Nothing's getting done, and therefore you're not feeling a sense of accomplishment, of achievement, because you're doing nothing. Whereas if you spent those 6 hours and you did something productive for 6 hours until midday, believe me guys, you would feel a whole lot better about yourself. Let's say you spent the first 2 hours working out, and then maybe you went for a walk, maybe that took you an hour, and then maybe you spent the remaining 3 hours writing out plans, writing out goals for yourself that you want to achieve, and then maybe the rest of the day you spend working on those goals. Believe me guys, by the time you go to bed, you're going to be pretty exhausted, but you're going to go to bed, you're almost going to feel high on life, if that makes sense, because you're not used to achieving things, you're not used to getting things done, you're not used to being productive, and you might even struggle to get to sleep as well, because your mind's going to be racing. It's like, I spent the entire day working, I'm tired, but you're almost so full of energy and life. And then what happens is you start seeing your own potential. You start thinking, well, I'm sort of building something now, so imagine how this is going to be if I carry on doing what I'm doing every single time I get a day off for the next year. Think about how much you're going to achieve. So you get up in the morning, you make your bed, get dressed, you do things, you become productive. The next way you overcome your depression is by removing bad habits from your life. We talked about sleeping in bed all day, being lazy, and now that is a bad habit in itself. It doesn't just stop there. Bad habits can come in many different forms. It might be watching certain adult content online, it might be fapping, it might be eating junk food, it might be scrolling on social media all day long, or playing excessive amounts of video games, whatever it may be. Now I'm not saying that you've got to totally eradicate these from your life, but you should significantly reduce the amount of time that you put into these activities, and instead of putting the time, energy and attention into those, put the time, energy and attention into productive things like working out, eating healthier, working on a business or a side hustle, or your hobbies. Maybe it's even just spending time with your friends. As long as you're being productive, that is the main thing. Replace your bad habits with good habits, and before long you'll have a much better quality of life. Think about what bad habits do to your brain. Think of all that easy pleasure that you're getting, all that easy dopamine. Those activities that you indulge in, they're not really that pleasurable, are they? And the reason why is because you get so much dopamine from that it no longer feels pleasurable, because your brain just doesn't appreciate it anymore. There's no sense of achievement there, there's no reward, so your brain doesn't really produce that much dopamine anymore, and it damages your reward system in your brain. Good habits tend to require hard work, discipline, and then when you achieve the desired result, you instantly feel so much better because it's earned. You have earned that reward, and that is how you should see life. Set goals, work towards things, earn those rewards, because they don't just come in the form of dopamine, in the form of feeling better. You actually achieve physical things that are going to make your life even better. So once you've done the first two things, start to build more value in your life, start to talk to more people, start to work on the things that you need to work on, build your social skills, build your business, build things. Think about, as a man, what should a man always be doing? You look back to the hunter-gatherer days, the most raw state of humanity that you can think of. What were the men should be doing. The men would be building. The men would be building their tribe, building their homes, building themselves, building up their level of resources and so on, because that is their role as their provider and the protector, to build. And that is what you should be doing, guys. As a man, you should always be building a better life for yourself, building value, because the more value that you have in your life, the less your depression is going to have a hold over you. As you build more value, it becomes like a safety net, because you've got more value. When you fall, when you have your bad moments, it's so much easier to get back up. The safety net becomes bigger, and it becomes much easier to catch yourself and get back up again. And I want to end the video by saying this: don't worry if you fall down. If you fail, don't try to shame yourself. Don't be ashamed of falling down. Only be ashamed if you're not going to get back up again, because believe me guys, this is not going to be an easy journey, but it will get easier and it will get better. But you must continue to do what you're doing every single day. You must be focused on improving your life, because when you improve your life, you improve your mental health. And if you want a bit more information as to why you might be depressed, click the video on screen right now. I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh!